Speaking of, like, I always talk about the 0 to ham radios and storable foods threat level.
Yeah.
Everyone goes on, and I've been on the internet for years. I always talk about the pinnacle of nerddom is always considered the D&D guys, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's wrong. I think the pinnacle of nerddom was ham radio. The ham radio guys were the kings of nerddom. Because when people come up to me and they say, you're a gamer, and like they don't really game, they think like it's nerdy or whatever. I'm like, no, console gaming is just regular people.
Yeah.
PC gaming is super nerds. But ultra nerds are D&D board games.
Yeah.
But the king of all nerds, the top, there is no, you can't get above them outside of someone that's like a neuroscientist or some shit like that. You can't, for a regular nerd, like a nerd off the street, ham radio, in my opinion,
just that nerd's walking down the street,
as your basic nerd. Because the funny thing is that I've been thinking about getting into it, but it was always seemed so.
D&D or ham radio?
Ham radio.
Okay.
I'll never play D&D.
Me
ever.
either. No, I won't.
Me and you did the CB. We won't get into the CB thing. We did that for years. There's an episode where we talk about CB radio. But the ham radio thing, the reason at the time I never got into it, you had to pass Morse code.
Yes.
You don't need Morse now.
Oh, you don't at all?
You don't. So you don't need Morse code, but you can get it. But you still have to pass a test that's somewhat rigorous. You got to study for a week or so and then get it down. But I still think those guys are the biggest nerds. But I was looking at it like there's tons of ham radio channels, and these guys put out great content, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it, they got LAN ports on them, and they got Bluetooth support. I'm like, and you can hook this, and instead of using like a repeater tower, like you have a repeater tower to talk.
Yeah.
You can have your cell phone be your repeater, and you can talk to hams anywhere in the world. And I'm like, okay, you're just doing the internet though, guys. It's not ham radio anymore.
No,
it's just internet. To me, that's not ham radio. To me, ham radio is using the ionosphere.
Yeah,
you shoot the waves into the fucking ionosphere.
That's true.
And then you do it.
That's true.
I don't understand it, but that's what you should do.
They call it hamming, just so you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if they call it that around.
Eternal Ham Nation.
I made up the term hamming just a second ago, so it is nerdy though.
Justin, because I am a super ultra nerd. I know that, Justin.
Does he?
He designed our website when we were in a band.
That's true. He
before
did.
Before coding was a thing.
He knew that.
He did our code.
He went to MIT to learn how to do our website. I think that's a fact. He went to MIT, the most prestigious place for that kind of stuff in the world, and he learned how to code just for our website.
He's like, Justin's like, I guarantee you'd like D&D. I won't play D&D, and I'll tell you why, Justin.
You don't want a Demogorgon coming to life and stalking you and your family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But besides that, like D&D is kind of like how I remember I talked about in other episodes, like I've had friends that disappeared because of World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of gaming. They're like gone. If you have a friend that got into World of Warcraft back in the mid to late 2000s, they just disappeared. It was like they were a drug addict. They were just gone. Like your buddy that went on heroin and you never saw him again. It was that with
it's nerd heroin, yeah.
D&D would probably do that to me if I really like studied it and got into the strategery of it. It would probably do that. And then I would be hanging around all different people, and then I would cast you guys out of my life. Wouldn't do the show anymore. I can't do D&D. Sorry.
We had a group of friends growing up. They were slightly younger than us. They were my brother's age, Craig's age.
Yeah, I know.
But Jay and Rick and those guys, and they're like, "Yeah, we played D&D, but I bet you we're the coolest guys you've ever met that played D&D." I'm like, "But you still play D&D."
Yeah.
Just because you do other cool stuff doesn't negate the nerdness of what you're doing.
We're the coolest guys that play D&D.
And now it's mainstream cool. Like super popular, ripped, handsome actor people play it. Like Joe Manganiello and all these other people are big D&D people. Elon Musk plays D&D. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow, that's a surprise.
But it's just...
I'm not... you know what the thing is, man? I just don't have time to sit and learn every aspect of it. And then it seems like, okay, so you got your cards, okay?
Yeah.
And you say, hey, I'm a whatever level mage, and I outrank you, and then you beat them, you get their loot or whatever.
Okay. I have no idea.
But if you know the people I grew up with, they had no honor.
No honor.
I'm not talking about you, but we grew up with other people that'd be like, no, I'm not giving you my loot. That would be what I would run into. And I would not get the loot, and there would be a fucking fist fight over the coffee table over goddamn D&D.
You know,
'cause I grew up with psychos that never want to lose at anything.
The other part of that wouldn't be the loot fighting and stuff. It would be they spend days playing those campaigns, like 11, 12, 13-hour long days playing campaigns and stuff in those games of D&D. I'm not sitting there for 10 or 11 hours on a weekend and playing this game with you.
Yeah,
that's fucking way.
So